Swagatam. Today is Guru Vasara, Vrispati Vasara, Ashtavinshati Tamaha Dinankaha, Raghuvamsha Kavyam. Mangalacharam Kriyate, Ramo Rajamanis Sada Vijayate, Ramam Ramesham Bhaje, Ramena Vijata Nishacharachamu, Ramaya Tasmai Namaha, Rama Nasti Parayanam, Parasaram, Ramasya Dasosmyaham, Rame Chittale Sada Bhotame Bhora Mamamudhara, Rama Rameti Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranama Tattilyam Rama Nama Varanane, Shri Rama Nama Varanana Onnamiti, Ata Shri Maheshwara Sutrani, A I Un, Rulruk, A Ong, I Ouch, Hayavarat, Lan, Namanga, Na Nam, Jabain, Gadadash, Jabagadash, Kapa, Cha, 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 Tav, Kapai, Sha, Sha, Tar, Hal, Iti Maheshwara Sutrani. Okay, last time we started this one, Ayam Shlokaha Arabdhaha Smati. We have started this one, which is the Ekashiti Tamaha. Ekashiti, Ashiti, 80, Ekashiti Tamaha, 81st Shlokaha. Tena Bhumi Nihataika Koti, Tatkarmakancha Balinadhiropitam. Nishprabhascha Ripurasa Bhubratan Dhumashesha Iva Dhumaketanaha. Sundarikavaram. Tena Bhumi Nihitaika Koti Tatkarmakancha Balinadhiropitam Nishprabhascha Ripurasa Bhubratan Dhumashesha Iva Dhumaketanaha. Okay, the Padacheda, I think we did last time. Tena Bhumi Nihitaika Koti is the Samastam Padam. Visheshanam for the Karmukam. Tat Savanama Shabdha Tat Karmukam Cha Balina Adbidikam Balin Balina Titya Ekvachanam Adhiropitam Balina Adhiropitam. So this is of course a passive construct. Balina Adhi. So Balina, the Karta is the Balin Shri Rama Ramena Balina Ramena Karmukam Adhiropitam. It was strung by Shri Rama. Nishprabha Cha Ripuhu Asa Bhuvratam Dhumasheshaha Iva Dhumaketanaha. Dhumasheshaha Iva Dhumaketanaha. This is also Upama, of course, in the last part you see. Dhumasheshaha Iva Dhumaketanaha. So, okay, so let's follow Malinatha, see what he says. Balina Tena Ramena. See, very beautifully done the Padanvayaha. Padanvayaha. The adjective, pronoun, and noun. Let me put this in the document. This is a very important thing. How to do Padanvayaha. You can learn from Malinatha very well. We've already been saying it many times. So how to do Padanvayaha. Padanvayaha. So in Padanvayaha, we have to, the good order is Padanvayaha. Padanvayaha. It goes, adjectives if any, of course, then followed by the pronoun, and then the noun. Okay, adjective, pronoun, noun. Because sometimes you have to supply the noun may have to be supplied, Ultimately, you have to get to the noun. May have to be supplied, Adhyahartam, adhyahartavyam, may have to be supplied. So this is the order, which you always make a note of this order. So we have seen this right now in this shloka, which Malinatha says that Balina Tena Ramena. So Balin Pratipadikam, this is the adjective Balin. So this is, of course, this Pratyaya is very straightforward. This is like Chakrin, etc. So one who has that. Comes in, let's inaugurate a Bhagavad Gita for today. Comes in chapter, I can think of chapter 11. In fact, right here, chapter 11. Kritinam Gadinam Chakrinancha. Kiritinam, Gadinam, Gadin, Chakrinam. Very good example in Gita. Here it is. Kiritinam, Gadinam, Chakrinam, Chakrahastam, Chakrahastam. So, okay, anyway, we have two of them. Krishnam, Gadinam, we have two. So, Kiritam. So, Kiritam is a diadem, is a crown. So, Kiritin, one who has that, then Gada, Gada then Gadinam, Gadinam, Gadinancha. So this is example you can give in, so Balin is a Prajapadikkam, this Pratyaya is Matuparthiyaha means it is in a sense of Matup, sense of possession. Tadasyasti asminyati Matup. So Prajapadikkam Balin. Balin is you get that by adding Balam Asya Asti. So one who has Balam. So take Bala plus Pratyaya Su. Balam Asya Asti asminyati Matup. And then of course we have the Pratyaya Ini. This whole section on Matup, these are very fundamental formations. So we should know them. We should know them well, because the commentator will not give us these because he expects us to know this by now. But in the class we'll give some of them at least, so we can understand what these words are coming from. So from 5-94 starts the adhikaraha. Tadasyasti asmin iti Matup. Tadasyasti asmin iti Matup. The one who has that, or in him that can be found. So that's just miniti Matup. If you give the quick meaning of that, it's very important. Adhikaraha in the Tadjita land, which Tadjitas are very, very numerous, many number. If you can master some territories in Tadjita land, it's always useful. Or useful to know at least some regions. The Tadjita jungle, Tadjitaranyam is Maharanyam, the great forest. But if you can at least take out some regions out of that, then you can be in a better position to get a general idea of the Tadjita. It's a very complicated concept. Tadjitas, many different forms come in. So the Matup affix comes after a word in the first case in construction of whose it is, in whom it is what Vasu says. So whose it comes from the book, whose it is or in whom it is. Okay. So one who has strength is a Balin. It's Balin. Now, then how do we get this pratyaya Matup? But then what are we getting now? We're getting the pratyaya Ini. The sutram here is Ata Ini Thanau. Ataha Ini Thanau. So if you have a Adantam Pratipadikam, you can get the pratyaya Ini or Than. In this same meaning, Tadasyasti Asminiti Matuparthiya Pratyaha. So Matuparthe. Ata Ini Thanau. So in one case, what do we have here right now? We have Balin. We are perfectly fine. So now what happens here is that, so this we have used the sutram 52115. So that's just the asmin iti Matup and then ata ini Thanau. So 52115 with the adhikaraha of 5294 adhikara. I think Vain, is that you, Vain, joining us? I think Vain may have joined us. That's interesting.
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Vain from Seattle, is that right?
Yes.
How is it? You're coming through fine, Vain. Your voice is fine.
Oh, good. So I had muted myself so I wouldn't create any problem, but
oh, you're coming through very clear.
Good, very good. So
what are you using, a phone or a mic?
No, same headset. I brought the set over. And
do me a favor, When you got to mail one set to Vasu. What you're using right now, whatever you're using right now.
Yeah, I listened to last week's class. And Vasu was asking you questions, but yes. I'm not able to follow him.
Yeah, no, he comes through, but because you are coming through crystal clear right now.
Wow.
Crystal clear. I mean, I can hear you just perfectly clear. There's absolutely no echo, no nothing. So do me a favor. Take whatever you're using right now.
Yes.
Send it to. I'll send you the address. Send it to Vasu. Okay.
Okay.
So because he participates in the class and he's regular. I mean, he's our anchor in the class.
Oh, he is the personification of making the effort to learn.
I made the joke. Without Vasudeva, the class cannot start.
Correct.
Vasudevam vina shiksha narabate.
Satishji, yes. Let me dig out my earphone and then try it again, and then Rain can send me one. Okay.
Well,
today I will try that. Because we
have to make sure, because Vasudeva has to be this chakram, Chakram is a macron. Chakrin, you're chakrin, Vasu. Where is the chakram?
But
chakram.
At the very moment, Vasu, whatever you just said, I could hear very clearly. There was no problem.
But not as clear as what you're coming through.
Okay.
I think sometimes I hold the book in front of my laptop, and that muffles the voice, I think.
Okay.
But between you and anyway, I think you are anyway.
Good.
Welcome, Ben. Welcome.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
We are on number 81. Okay, number.
Yes.
81.
Yeah. Good. Thanks.
Okay. So we have to give you some homework now also. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have this one? Do you have this one? The 5294 in your portfolio? Do you have this one in the portfolio yet or no?
No. I will take it down now.
Take these two for you. Just came in time.
5294. Yes. 5294 and.
It's adhikara. Tadasyastasmin iti matup.
Correct.
Very, very nice adhikara, which can give you a lot of good bang for the buck. Very important,
And then 52115?
Yeah, Atta inithanau is only one exception. So, Atta inithanau. So,
should the other sutram that changes the matup to vatup should go together?
Yeah, yes, take that one too. Good question, Vin. By the way, before you go there, Atta inithanau does not, matup also comes optionally. So, you can say balawan. So Balawan and Balin are both acceptable. Okay, so doesn't mean this will override. So Balawan and Balin are both acceptable. But yes, we're coming to Vain, very good. So when your question about the Matup becoming Vatup, right? And that is the right one.
Yes.
829, take it. So you got 3 today because you took the vacation.
Oh wow, it's somewhere else. Ah.
Yeah, it's somewhere else. It's a different section. So what Vain is asking is that when you say Balawan, like, but if you say Shriman or Dhiman, but why Balawan? So Mator Vaha. So becomes Vakara Adeshaha. Mad Upadhayashya Mator Vo Ayavadibhyaha. Mator Vo Yavadibhyaha. So Mad Upadhayashya. If you have a Makara or a Avarna, it's Antyavarna Upadha. In that, following that, the Matup, Vakara of Matup becomes Vatup. One more time, if you have a makarantam pradipadikkam, athva avarnantam pradipadikkam, athva pradipadikkam which has upadha makaraha or upadha bhutaha avarnaha. After that, so quick example, like, my good example, this sutram is this one. Lakshmivan samitinjayaha, Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. Lakshmivan. So Lakshmivan is makar Lakshmi, the makar is upadha, Lakshmivan. It becomes Lakshmiman. Become Shriman, but Lakshmivan. Shriman, but Lakshmivan. So because of 829, just on a side note.
Okay.
Right, this Vishnu Sahasranama Sutram you chant, right, Ben? So
yes.
So that one we put example is
okay.
Lakshmivan. But on the other hand, you have Dhiman, Shriman, etc. Dhiman, Shriman, etc. So these are all 829. So Madhupadhayasya. Matorvo Yavadibhya. Now one more thing here, Vain, is that, why did not alone just over here? Because Matu Pratyaya is Anubandha Lope Mat. Why not the Takara taking the Adesha? How come the Adi Makara is taking the Adesha? Because our basic sutram for Adesha is alone. When any term takes an Adesha, immediately think of alon jasya, that only the ending al takes an adesha, ending letter. Why not here? When can you try to maybe answer that one? Very simple is that, look at the sutram. By the way, now you're coming very clear when you have to mute yourself also.
Oh, wow.
For some reason you are coming really clear right now. Anyway, must be Seattle.
Right.
Seattle Nagarasya Prabhavaha. So,
yes.
So 1152, below that, but comes Adef Parasya. Adef Parasya. If you take, if there's a Panchami is involved in prescribing the Adesha, so right, Adef Parasya. Let's look at Adef Parasya for a second. So this is an Apavada for alone Yasya. So this Sutra Chatushtayam. Sutra Chatushtayam means Sutra Chatushtayam is a set of 4 rules. Alone Yasya, Nitya, Adef Parasya, Anekashit Sarvasya. So these 4, alone just is the first one, but then Adef Parasya also comes. Adef Parasya. What does Adef Parasya say? Adef Parasya, if you use a Panchami, that's for the following term. In that case, it will be the beginning letter of that following term. So Parasya Karyam Shishyamanam, Adehe Alaha, Pratyetavyam. Pratyetavyam is to be understood. Pratyetavyam. So, Kocha Parasya Karyam Shishyate. When does you get Parasya Karyam? Yatra Panchami, this is the key sentence here. yatra panchami nirdeshaha. So if an adesha is prescribed to a term using a panchami nirdeshaha, so what do we have right now? Right now we have mad. So that's a panchami, mad. So mad is upadhayaha. These are panchami. So because the panchami was used to prescribe an adesha, then you say to that following term. So when you're pointing to the following term, of course you'll point to the first member of that following term. When you're pointing to that. So you will not get alone gesture. You'll get the adesh parasya. So you can also take that one when 1154 also. 1154 adesh parasya. Okay. So 1154 adesh.
Okay.
Anyway, so right now going back to our example, balin. So bala plus su plus in we had. So this was we used 52115 along with the adhikara sutram, which is 5294, and to get the meaning, because I said to any pratyaya which is added, you have to ask pratyaya kaha, then prakritihi kaha, prakritihi ka I should say, and then kasmin arthe vidhiyate ayam pratyayaha. Na vismartavyam. You should never forget that. In what meaning? Just because you got atha in it now, okay, you got the Prajapatike Madantam, you took in, made balin. What meaning does it convey? Of course, that's an obvious question. What meaning does this pratyaya, any pratyaya, Vartamani, let if you take, we will take, Saman Kartukayo Purva Kale, take pratyaya Tva, any pratyaya which you add, you have to know what meaning. So what is the pratyaya, in what meaning, and which terms can you take the pratyaya? Following which terms? Prakriti. Prakriti is the base to which a pratyaya is prescribed. So prakriti and pratyaya. We saw Kalidasa, right? It's like Rama, Sita Ramo, which is prakriti and pratyaya. So anyway, so that is what is so 52115, 5294, and of course after that we do get the Prajapatike Sanya, Kruttarita Samasascha is the Prajapatike Sanya. And then after that, we do the usual Supo Dhatu Prajapatike Yoho, 2471. Then, of course, we take out the it letters by Halan, by Upadesha Janana Shikaitasya Lopaha, and then that gives us the form Balin.
Satish,
so Balamasya Balin. Yes.
I have a question.
Say it again.
Balavan is an alternative. When you make the Srilingam, it becomes Balavati, right?
Balavati. Why is that? Because see, the pratyaya is matup, it's an ugit. Matup is an ugit. That ukara is an it. So by that what happens, Vasu, is that we get the ugitascha sutram. Ugitascha. Anything which has pratyaya is an ugit, which uk as an it, so uru as an it in the pratyaya, and then you make a feminine form out of that, becomes ukitascha. Ukitascha becomes Balavati, Shrimati, and so on. So Balavati, Shrimati. Anyway, Gita examples here. Gita, I just gave you the shloka number. There's a good example that I can think of right now, which is the Kiritanam Gadinam, back to back. Kiritin Gadin, Kiritanam Gadinam, Chakrahastam. So now this Kiritanam, no Kirita, I said is a diadem, so Gita number 1146. But now look at the word Gadinam now. Gadinam is the word Gada. Gada. Now Gada doesn't end in a Rasva Akara. Nasti Adantam. This is not Adantam. So how can we, so we cannot use Atha in it now. Always the important lesson is that before you apply any sutram, always check every condition. And that is where the vritti is critical. Vritti is critical. And you put in the document 1146. So 1146 of Gita, 1146 Gita, Gita 1146. Always connect to Gita. So next time we chant this shloka, Kirtanam Gadinam, think of Atha Initanau, Atha Initanau, Atha Initanau, Atha Initanau, Atha Initanau. So what does Atha Initanau was telling us? So Atha is Panchami, was the adhikara of Nyat Pradipadikaat. So it is any following a Panchami. So 51115. But in Gada we don't have that. Gada is Adantam. I'm sorry, 52. Sorry. 52115. Okay. So did I put the wrong sutra number here? Yeah, I got to check. 52115. Okay. Akaranta Pradipadika. Ini chanau pratyaya bhavata. We don't have in Gada, we don't have that. And what do we do here? So what we can do is we can try the next sutram, which is a Gana. And of course, like any Gana, not like any Gana, like many Ganas, it is Akriti Ganaha. Akriti Ganaha means when an operation has taken place, which is specific to the words in that Gana. But that word is not specific, a word or term is not specifically listed in that Gana, then you have to understand that is Akriti Ganaha. So Akritya Ganyate. So from the forms seen in the language, that Gana is composed. Gana is composed from the forms in its language. All these terms I keep on reminding you. Please keep Professor Abhyankar's dictionary in your hand at all times. What is Matup? What is Akriti Ganaha? What is the Ganaha? All these terms are beautifully explained in this book, which is very short and sweet. Also gives you the Sutra Nirdeshaha. Sutra Nirdeshaha. Sutra Nirdeshaha gives you the Sutra numbers for that. Look at the word Akriti Ganaha. So Akriti Ganaha is an important concept. We already seen this in the Saturday class. We've already seen that. Akriti Ganaha, a class or group of words in which some words are actually listed, mentioned. And room is left to include others, which are found, this is the key part now, which are found undergoing the same operations. You just cannot add words at random. So basically, that you have two choices. Either you can make it an Akriti Ganaha, or the other choice is this will be Aparniniyam Rupam. This will not follow Ashtadhyay. So make an Akriti Ganaha. Now Gada may be in this list. Let's see if Gada is here. Shikha, like Shikin, Mekhala, Sanya, Sanyin, Panya Sanya is Sanyin. So Balaka, Mala, Malin, Pradipadikam, Veena, Vadava, Ashtaka, Pataka, Karman, Charman, Karmin, Charmin, Ini Revaishyate. So Ini comes after these. Unfortunately, Vrihin, Mayin. So I don't see Gada over here. I don't see Gada listed in this word. So we have to then apply the word make, because I think this is the rule that we have for making the Pratyaya Ini. So I think we have to include this in this. It looks like it, unless it's listed somewhere else. But the bottom line is, Ata Ini Chanau will not work with the word Gada, because it is not Adantam. That's what we know for sure. We know that for sure. And we do have a Gana to make words like Mayin, like Maya. Maya becomes Mayin, one who is a master of Maya, Ishvara, Mayin. So then there also is. So then word like Mayin we have to get. So really we have these two rules, which is Ata Ini Chanau and Vriyadibhyascha. So I think we can probably fit Gadin in that. So we put the documents. So anyway, so this is the story about the Ini Pratyaya. Ini Pratyaya. So Gita.
Question is, Padmini also is Padma plus Ini or not?
Say it again. Which one is that?
Padmini.
Oh, Padmini.
Yeah. Is that Padma, yeah. Padma Ini?
No, it's Padma.
Padma Ini. Okay.
Padma plus Ini. Because you remember Ata Ini Chanau, right? So Padma. It means Lakshmi Devi. One who has a lotus in her hand is Padmini. So Padmin is one who has the lotus. That's Lakshmi Devi. Because
and then you have to do the need or something to make it 3.
Yeah, because I watched Sutram now, the prior Sutram, which is the, in fact, interesting thing. Let me finish this one. Give me 1 second. So Gadin, I think we have to use 52116, which is the Vriyadivyascha. Okay, yes, Vasu. So what happens is that now once you made the Pratyaya Ini, like you says, as you said, Padmini, because it is Nakarantam Pradipadikam, Rinnebhyo Nip. In fact, we saw some Ugitascha, which we just saw with regarding to what is Shrimati. So Shrimati, so interesting thing, Shrimati also gets the, Shrimat will get the Nip, so will Padmin, because the one is Rinnebhyo Nip. Any Pradipadikam which is ending in the Rukaraha, Rasta Rukarantam, Atva Nakarantam. Then Tasmat Ni Pratyaya Vidyate Striyam. So because we get Padmin is Nakarantam, Rinnebhyo Nip. And because Shrimat or Dhimat is ending in Ugit, Pratyaya Ugit, we get Shrimati Dhimati. Okay, so that was a good tour of the little Matup Adhikara. So let's go back to what So this is, of course, will not be given in the Tika because we're supposed to know these things. So Balina, again, please notice the adjective. So it's an adjective. Balin is one who has Balam is Balin. It could qualify anybody. Like Balini, Balis, anyway. So Balina Tena Ramena. Now he's supplying Ramena for you. Because Tena is a Sarvanama Shabda. So Nama Shabda has to have a Nama Shabda behind it. Always make it a very good habit. I've said it many times. So don't leave a pronoun or an adjective till you find the Nama Shabda behind it. Very simple idea, but it cuts down the confusion. So don't leave, at least keep it pending, that we need to find out. Somebody's Balin is become Balina. Pullinge Titya Eka Vachanam is qualifying a Pullinga Pradipadikam. So which is a Pullinga Pradipadikam, we have to ask. So always make it a good habit, and Mulinatha is very good. He always gives us the, even though it's Spashtam, still he makes sure, Tena Ramena. So you see, he knows. These guys can cause confusion. Tena means Kena, Ramena. Now comes a adjective to this word, this long samasa, Bhumi Nihitaika Kotihi. Bhumi Nihitaika Kotihi. Now look at the Vigraha Vakyam. In the Vigraha Vakyam, he may not split it all the way, but he gives us this much, Bhumi Nihita. So Bhumi Nihita, he did not give the Vigraha Vakyam. Bhumi Nihita, Eka Kotihi, Yasya Tat. Bhumi Nihita, Eka Kotihi, Yasya Tat. So this is a Yas Tat. You see the Yas Pradipadikam used in this Vigraha Vakyam is the Bahuvri compound. Yasya Tat. Anyapada Pradhanaha. Anyapada Pradhanaha Bahuvrihi. So Yasya Tat. It has the Pradhanyam is Anyapadam, which is Karmukam. Karmukam. So this is a bow whose one tip, Eka Koti, one tip. So Koti means tip also. So Koti can mean a crore, but Koti also means a tip. One tip of which was placed on the ground. Nihita, Dhatu is Dha. Nidha is to place, deposit. Like when you put a deposit against a loan or something, that's also Nidhi, Nidhanam. So Nidhanam can be a treasure, it can be like, Karuna Nidhi, right? Nidhi, Karuna Nidhi. So one who's in a board of compassion, Karuna Nidhi. So Nidhi is Nidha, is to place. So Nidhi can be like a treasure or a reservoir. So Nihita. So Koti, let's look at the word Koti. So Koti has a meaning of tip, edge, tip. Koti. The curved end of a bow. Look at the very first one. Bhumi Nahitaika Koti Karmukam. The Koti. So any end or extremity or point in general. So Kalidasa loves this word. You can see used it many times. Look at Raghuvamsham, 1, 2, 3 times he's already used it in that meaning. So the edge of a weapon, the highest point, accessory, the horn. Then comes meaning of a crore. Koti can mean a crore. Maybe it's the edge of the numbers, maybe? The tip of the numbers, a crore maybe. I'm just thinking. Could be. That is a very large number. So crore. Okay, so now what's the Vigraha Vakyam here? You want to take this one when? What kind of Vigraha Vakyam is it? Give me the samasa here. Bhumi Nihitaika Kotihi. So we want to try, so Bhumi Nihita no Vigraha Vakyam. What kind of samasa would that be when? Bhumi Nihita. What could it be?
Bhumi Nihita seems like Saptami.
Saptami Tatpurusha. So Bhumau. So Bhumau Nihita equals Bhumi Nihita. Bhumau Nihita equals Bhumi Nihita. Means placed on the earth. So that Saptami Tatpurusha is, Bhumau Nihita equals Bhumi Nihita. So Bhumi Nihita is a clear, straightforward Saptami Tatpurusha. So Spashtatvat na Vyakhyatam Spashtatvat. It's very straightforward. There's no need. So normally when straightforward Tatpurusha compound, Malinatha will not comment on that. So we'll let's put that in our document though. This is the Bhumau Nihita. Bhumau Nihita equals Bhumi Nihita. Bhumi Nihita. That is Saptami Tatpurusha.
Right.
Okay. Then the next thing, how about Eka Koti? What is that? What kind of compound is that?
Eka Koti just seems like
okay, you know what? Let's go through
adjective. So it's
yes.
So it's a Karmadharya.
Karmadharya compound. So Eka Koti. So Eka Koti. So then eka koti, also he didn't make the vigravakyam. So eka koti, we can form that is a karmadharya compound, and then make it a bahuvrihi, which is the bhumi nihita eka. So eka. So this, if you look at the whole compound in the text, we have this one bhumi nihitaika koti. Nihitaika. So eka, because we have the karmadharya compound, when what happens is if you have a feminine term at the end and you got an adjective prior to it, it becomes a pumvad bhavaha. Pumvad bhavaha. So we say sthira bhakti, like firm devotion.
Right.
Then becomes sthira bhakti. And like example in Gita I give is that chita prajnasya ka bhasha.
Correct.
Someone said hatadhihi, one whose mind has been lost, has been marred. So one whose thinking is marred. So you hatadhihi, you don't say hatadhihi. So there is a sutram in 6.3. So any karyam which you have for the pura padam of a samasaha, go to 6.3. Aluguttara pade. And there is a sutram which says that in a karmadharya compound, so pumvat karmadharya jatiya deshi yeshu. So when this pumvat comes, karmadharya compound. Right? So in the bahuvri compound also, it comes into this one, 6334 makes pumvat. But these have, not going into many details, but these have some exceptions here. But 6334 use for bahuvri is to make it pumvat bhavaha. Again, when you make pumvat bhavaha, you have feminine term at the end, and something is qualifying that. If it's a karmadharya compound, use 633042. If it's a bahuvri compound, use 6334. So anyway, so becomes so eka koti. So eka cha asau kotischa becomes eka koti. And then finally make a bahuvri compound out of it, which is that.
If it is koti, why is the sandhi shouldn't be kotis tat?
Very good. So, but now remember bahuvri, where is the pradhanyam? Anyapade pradhanyam. So it is going to decline like vari now, not like mati. Decline like vari now, because it is qualifying karmukam.
Karmukam.
So the lingam will become the lingam of the anyapadam.
Okay. Now the whole thing is napunsaga. Okay.
Correct, because bahuvri.
Okay.
Yep. In fact, in that context also, you can take one more sutram when, because you were off for 2 weeks. We were making up for all of that today. Sutram is 2427. Paravalingam dvandva tatpurushayoho. Paravalingam dvandva tatpurushayoho. Now, so a dvandva like a Sitaramau. The Sitaramau, because Sita cha Ramascha Sitaramau. Dvandva compound will take the gender of the ending term.
Right.
Tatpurusha compound with the same thing. We say, like we'll take any, like let's say this one, bhumi nihita. The bhumi nihita, of course, bhumi happens to be feminine also. It will go by the word nihita injected to koti. So it will be at the ending term, because tatpurusha compound has the pradhanyam in uttarapada pradhanyam. So it is logical to expect the lingam will be the lingam of the uttarapadam. So now that covers the karmadharya, tatpurusha. Karmadharya is subset tatpurusha. Don't forget that. Karmadharya is a subset of the tatpurusha. Right. So we got dvandva compounds and tatpurusha compound. Lingam of the samastam padam is paravat. The lingam of the uttarapadam. So what about avye bhavaha? Avye bhava becomes napumsakam. Avye bhavascha makes napumsakam. Avye bhava compound is a very strange compound because they are avyayani, napumsakalingani. So they are not only, it's a very strange kind of hard to understand that these are indeclinables and they are neuter. Indeclinables and they are neuter. Now what do we care whether neuter or not? Because of avyadap supaha. After avyam, the supratyaya takes look anyway. So what does it matter if it's that or not? Because the neuter triggers other operations, which is mainly the one which is avya bhava compounds become neuter, is we get the rasva napumsake pradipadikasya. If it's neuter, in the ending, ach will become rasva. So, anyway, so we got three so far. We got the Paravalingam, Dvandva Tatpurushayoho, and then we also got the Avyabhavascha becomes neuter. Now, what about Bahuvrihi? What Bahuvrihi? Now, Bahuvrihi Panini says clearly, Anekam Anya Padarthe. Anekam Anya Padarthe. Anya Padartham will dictate the lingam of that. Lingam. So what we have right now is that we have this Kopi Nihitaika Koti. Even the Koti is a Srilinga Shabda. But Atra Samastam is gone inside of Samasa. Samasantargatam Padam. So Samasasya Lingam will be the lingam of the Anya Padasya Lingam. So it becomes qualifying Karmukam. So the Bahuvri compound one more time is Bhumi Nihita is equals Bhumo Nihita Eka Koti Yasya Tat. Yasya Tat. You see the Tat here? This is telling you this is a qualifying the Karmukam. Karmukam. Now, of course, simple sentence here is Ramena Karmukam Adhiropitam. Simple sentence is Ramena Karmukam Adhiropitam. Ramena Karmukam Adhiropitam. So the bow was strung by Sri Rama. Simple. And then Karmukam has a pronoun to it. Sat. It has an adjective. Bahuvris are always adjectives. Mahunidaika Koti. And then Sri Rama is an adjective to him, which is Balina. And then Tena is a pronoun for Sri Rama. That's a simple. These shlokas are very simple now, so we can, nothing really that difficult in these. Now he's deriving the word Karmukam. Deriving the word Karmukam. Where the word Karmukam came from. So he says, Karmane Prabhavati iti Karmukam Dhanushcha. Dhanushcha. This means that it is a bow. So this is a Tadhita form. So Karmane Prabhavati iti Karmukam. Karmanaha Ukai. Iti Ukai Pratyaha. So Panini has prescribed this Pratyaya Ukai, after which is coming in Sutram 5.1.1, 5.1.1. This is the thing about Tadhita. There's so many Pratyayas and so many meanings. After so many specific words, it's very difficult to get a handle completely. Sakalyena na shakhyate. Sakalyena jnatum na shakhyate. Tadhita prakaranam. Very difficult. So Tasmai Prabhavati Santapadibhyaha and Karmanaha Ukai. This number is 103, by the way. At least in our edition is 103. 5.1.103. So let's see what 5.1.103 says. Again, same thing here. The meaning is coming down from Tasmai Prabhavati. So these are all the three elements, right? What is the meaning? Tasmai Prabhavati. And what is the Pratyaya? Ukai. After which Prajapati can we put it? After Karman. So Karmanaha Ukai. In the meaning of Tasmai Prabhavati. Tasmai Prabhavati. So you got one more sutram in Tadhita land. So you have to take these bits and pieces and try to build up your confidence. Parichayaha. Or Tadhita. Tadhita Aranyam, as I call it. Okay, now Tasmai Prabhavati. What means Prabhavati? What's the meaning of that? Tasmai iti chaturthi samartebhyaha santapadibhya Prabhavati iti asmin vishaye thai pratyabhavati. Pratyaya thai. Which is not what we have now, but this is the top level sutram, so what does it mean? Prabhavati means what? Prabhavati. The word Prabhavati means one who's capable. It says Samarthaha, Shaktaha, Prabhavati iti uchyate. Alamarthi Chaturthi means that he's fit for that. He's capable of accomplishing. He's a good match for. That is the meaning of this Prabhavati in this section. So these, this sets the meaning, Tasmai Prabhavati. So and then we go down to our sutram, which is 5.1.103, Karmanaha Ukai. Karmanaha Ukai. Karmana Ukai. So Karmana Ukai means Karman Shabdat, Ukai Pratyabhavati, Tasmai Prabhavati, iti etasmin narte. Thanyo apavadaha. Apavada for time. Apavada for time. It says Karmane Prabhavati, which is fit for the action, which is can take care of the job. How about that? A bow is one which can take care of the job. Karmane Prabhavati. So Shakto Bhavati. Vartate Samarcham. So it has the capability. Samartha Bhavati. Dhanushaha Anyatana Bhavati. Anabhidhana. So this is specific because Rudhi Shabda. It has come to mean only the word Dhanuho. So karmukam, even though it could mean anything, it's an adjective. Who is capable of doing the job, who's fit for the task. But anabhidhana, this is called abhidhanam. What is abhidhanam? Let's go to the same. Abhidhanam is the accepted usage in the language. Abhidhanam is a technical term. Abhidhanam. So let's see again, go back to Abhyankar, see what he says. Abhidhanam. So anabhidhanat. Anabhidhanat means that even though vyakarana drishtya yadyapi rupam sambhavati, tadapi anabhidhanat na prayujyate, because it is even from the standpoint of grammar, you may have a certain form, but because it's not in usage, this is not an acceptable form. Abhidhanam. So many times abhidha. Abhidhanam. Abhidhanam is designation, denotion, expression. The expression abhidhanam frequently occurs in Mahabhashyam. So anabhidhana, let's see. Or sensed by a word which is looked upon as a very nature. The expression abhidhanam punaha. Denotation of sense is only natural characteristic of the word. Okay. Abhinidhan. Okay, this is not the one I was expecting here. Abhidhanam. Mahabhashyam. Okay, look at a more technical word. Let me look at anabhidhanat. Let me look at anabhi. Maybe he has it under there. Give me 1 second. Anabhidhanat. Anabhidhanam. Let me look at that. Anabhidhanam. He should have it under that, I would think. Anabhidhanam is used many times because this word is not in usage. Anabhidhanam. 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 Anabhidhana. Inability to express the meaning desired. So, formed by rules of... So basically, to such in the Mahabhashyam, it refers to such words or phrases as could be formed by the rules of grammar or could be used according to rules of grammar, but are not found in current use and recognized by scholars. So scholars don't use this word, karmukam, in any other meaning except dhanuho. Even though Panini says, karmana ukai, you could technically use for anybody who is fit for a job, who can take care of the work, but this word is anabhidhanat, it's not used. Anyway, so I want to know what does abhidhanam, anabhidhanam mean? Anabhidhanam means not in usage. Okay, let's finish off this one now. So the pratyaya is ukai in the sense of tasmai prabhavati. So we can take, okay, so padipatim karman plus the pratyaya nye. So unto that, who was fit unto that. Pratyaya is ukai pratyayaha, and this is 51103. And now what happens is the usual operations, kutta samasascha pratipadika sanya, supodhadi pradipika yoho, this nye look, pratyaya takes look, sup look. So we end up with karman plus ukai. So karman ukai. Now in the ukai pratyaya, of course, halantyam, so only uka will remain, ukai halantyam. Now that ending nyakara though will do the adi vriddhi for us, adi vriddhi. In fact, you know, sir, when this is part of your portfolio, adi vriddhi in tadhitas, do you have this one already or not?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Look my notebook. Tell me which one it is now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little unprepared for that. I have my books and stuff.
Yes, you want to try it?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, Kalpesh also. Thank you, Kalpesh.
Yeah, so Sadish, I had karmuka meaning in apte. Apte seems to show quite a few other meanings.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I just looked
up.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get. Actually, there is a footnote in the Kashika. In this Kashika, this last line which I just read you so confidently. Vishwasa purvakam patitam maya. Anusha anyatra. This one is only a kvachitkaha patha. Kvachitkaha. It's not a reading which is seen everywhere. So maybe there are different meanings. So if you look at the very good edition of Kashika, of course, by the Ramlal Kapoor Trust. So this is the Vidyavaridi, Vijayapala Vidyavaridi. So he puts the comment in that on the footnote actually. This Karmana Ukai. He says that Anabhidhanad iti kvachitkaha patha. Kvachitkaha, which is seen kvachit, which is seen only some places. Okay, we'll come back to that. So maybe this is not the case. Let me finish this one. We'll come back to. So let's do this one first. So we get the, of course, halantyam for this one, and then after that, as Vasu said, we get taditeshva chamadehe, taditeshu achamadehe. Pratyaya, which has the chavarga panchama nyakara or the chavarga panchama nakara is an it. It does the vriddhi of the adi acha. So then now we get the form kar man plus uka, karman plus uka. So that would be 72117. So 72115 is achodnyati. 72116 is atopadhayaha, and then 72117 taditeshva chamadehe. So you can remove it that way. When is that? At the end of 7.2 come these this niti prakaranam. What operations takes place in the pratyaya is chavarga panchama it or chavarga panchama is an it. Taditeshva chamadehe. And finally, anybody with the last section, any T lopaha now. T lopa I want to do. T lopaha. Anybody? If I can do a T lopaha, I can get to the Nastadjite. Thank you, Kalpesh. Nastadjite. If you have a bhasanya kamangam, which is a bhasanya, any pratyaya which is swadi includes all the tadjitas. Sti pratyaya is also swadi pratyaya add, always make the determination in your mind immediately. That's the angasya padasanya astiva, bhasanya astiva. This gets the bhasanya by yachibham. In fact, our friend Yasya teacher, who is in 64148, right? When you know that one, your friend. So 6148. Right next to that, before that is nastadite. The same, so tehe nastadite. So when you have a nakarantam pradibadikam for which has the bhasanya, for pratyaya which is tadita pratyaya, then we can get the T lopa nastadite. So now T lopa, of course, achontyadi T. Always practice these rules. Achontyadi T. You get karm, so karm and uka, the karmuka. So we use the we have used yachibham 1418, and then we have used nastadite 64144 nastadite. So this was a special rule, karmana ukai. In fact, we can also put the sanya sutram achontyaditi. One What is T bhaga? Start with the last vowel from the term and go to the end of the term. Okay, let's look at after. What is going for karmukam? The karmukam. Let's see what all meanings here. But this is definitely the most common meaning. I have not seen the meaning of this, but it's possible. Let's look at karmukam. Fit or able to do a job. That's all. Doing it well completely. Okay. So karmuka shabdat kash vijayvat anudat tascheti sutrasya apavadena kopadachitra pratyena nishpannaha. Karmukam, a bow. Tat karmukam. Okay, that's fine. A bamboo, I guess, which can be used for striking somebody maybe. The ninth sign of the zodiac. Okay. A kind of machine, that makes sense. Instrument shaped like a bow. So this one is the same meaning. This both is the same meaning. A kind of village situated on the bank of the river. I don't know what this is. This one is a strange meaning. So karmakam, that is, I don't know. That's like some special. This may be not even from the same sutram maybe. But this one makes sense. The bamboo can do things. I guess it's fit. It can maybe build a house or something. Just thinking, but if you look at the basic meaning of the shabda, so bow is fitting in the meaning. The zodiac sign, maybe that also is capable of making things happen. The zodiac sign is possible. Bamboo could be the same. Yeah. So the main meaning is the bow, but others are possible. And abhidhanam is the key. But he gives no examples here. So maybe these are not as common as the bow. This one is by far the most common. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Earlier, somewhere back, Anabhidhanat in my notes, you have given Asishtam as the
What was the example there?
The example, I think, you could not locate it. You are deriving Shena or something.
So what's the same thing that one of the, if a grammatical form, if a form is accepted by, is allowed by grammar rules, it is possible, but it is not in usage. It's anabhidhanat.
Yeah.
So you can many times you can see in the commentaries that they will ask why does this operation not take place? Because anabhidhanat, because these words are not in usage. Even Mahabhashyam will say also. Because yes, true that you see using the Sutra Patha we can generate all these forms. But this anabhidhana is the important concept. So those are almost incorrect. Even though they are correct, nothing to stop them, but anabhidhana, they are not in usage.
So I have written down asishtam there. I wanted to mention that.
Adhishtam, is it?
Yeah. I don't know how I got that, but in the class notes I wrote down. Anabhidhana asishtam.
Okay, so maybe there is something there. I don't remember the example you're giving me, but that's the concept is that if it's not in usage, then it is not accepted. So, all right, so that's your true. Okay, karmukam has other meanings, but the main one is here. I think most of them, fall in line with what we're talking about. So he gives the pratyaya ukai, iti ukai pratyaya. No, adhiropitam. This was a homework. Anybody did the homework? Anybody did the homework? Is adhiropitam. The meaning is that this is a niche pratyaya. After the dhatu ruh, of course, adhi is upasargaha. Adhi is upasargaha. So what we have is a dhatu. The homework was dhatu ruh, plus pratyaya nich, and then I want hakarasya sthane pakaradeshaha. So nich, of course, we're using it in the sense of hetumaticha, is a causation, hetumaticha, and then I want to, of course, chutu halantyam, anubandalope, ikara vashishyate. Ikaro vashishyate, and then we want to get the, and then of course we can do the puganta lagu padasya cha ukarasya sthani okaradesha. So that is fine. Those are samanya niyamaha. Now I want to get the one which does the pakaradesha. Hakarasya sthane pakaradesha. So this what we have so far. We have done chutu halantyam, and then we've also done the puganta lagu patasya gunaha. So this niche gives us sanya of ardhadhatukam because of ardhadhatukam visheshaha. Anuvritti of sarvadhataka ardhadhatakayoho comes from 8374. Puganta lagu patasya comes down here 7386. So now I want to get, so remember they were telling you when about this niti, anuvritti of niti. From 72115, anuvritti of niti runs down into 73 because the pratyaya is nich, nakara is an it. So if you want to look at some karyam which takes place, anga karyam which takes place on the pratyaya which is chavarga panchamayit or the chavarga panchamayit, then in that case look in this section, it's an important section. And I think the last one here, very last sutram in this section of niti comes with ruhaf ponyatarasyam. Straightforward sutram, ruhaf ponyatarasyam. Of course, if you want to look at if you want to quickly get the answer, okay, if you want to quickly get the answer for where would you look? Give me a book. I want to get the sutram, how it became aropitam. Aropanam. So aropitam means to make something climb. To make something rise. Aropanam means you make it come up. Also means to plant a tree. To plant a tree means to make the tree rise. Means to grow or plant a tree. Now I want to get this sutram quickly in 1 minute. How can I get from where? Well, any dhatu you can go. Maji with dhatu vritti, right? Dhatu vritti gives the nijantam rupam. Is given there. So very quickly in 1 minute I can get the answer. Not only that, I can also go to the Rupamala, Krudanta Rupamala, which gives not only the Krudanta form, it also gives the Krudantas following the niche and also the Stan Pratyaya. So it's very important. So if I go to Dhatu Ruh, in Krudanta Rupamala, in 1 minute I can get the answer in 1 minute. So these are very important things. And if you don't know the answer, you can quickly find in 1 minute. I mean that's the key. Of course, Ashtadhyayi you can also come this way, as I told you. Well, actually, the anuvritti of niti is coming down, but that's a little bit difficult. I want even a shorter, sure way of ruh becoming the pakara. If I know pratyaya nich is being used, in any case I can come on dhatu ruh and take my chances, see if I can find anything. So ruh bija janmani pradurbhavecha. So rohati, so which means to grow. Bija janmani. So bija janmani means bija janmani means that one is, the sprouting. Pradurbhav is popping up. So sprouting or popping up, like that meaning. That's the bhadigana. I'm looking at the page number 276 because remember that you have to use these books. That is the Acharya Seva. Use these books. They spend their life writing it for us. We have to use them. I said to you in the beginning, Madhava will give, Sayanacharya will give the lakaras. After that, he'll give the derived dhatus in the order of Ashtadhyayi. In the order of Ashtadhyayi, Sayanacharya gives derived dhatus. So there he first gives the san pratyaha, the designative form. Then he will give the yang pratyaha, the frequentative form. And then he'll give the nich pratyaha, which is the hetumaticha, causative form. And what does he say? Rohatu, arohat, arorat, arohit, ropayati. Ropayati, which he says, ruha ponyatarasyam, iti nau pakshe. Iti nau pakshe hakarasya pakaraha. Very clearly. And you should read this clearly, see how they use the language also. It's not only, you can also learn how to speak the language. So you can, this gets the bhashana samarthyam. Ruha ponyatarasyam iti nau parataha pakshe pakshikam rupam hakarasya pakaraha pakaradisha. Anyway, we can find this one. So that was the homework. So that one is 7343. 73. So you can get rohitaha, ropitaha, rohitaha, ropitaha. And then this is the last sutram in this section of Miti. Anuvritti of Miti is coming down. This is, I believe, the last one in that section. You can remember it that way also. So, so 7343. Ponyatarasyam means, so, yes.
It is anyatarasyam, so you will see the other use also, right?
Yeah, you get rohita and ropita. Rohi and ropi. Rohi and ropi.
Yeah, we see arohanam and avarohanam.
Yeah, so arohanam, so no, we have to be careful now. Arohanam may not be niche in there at all. So rohanam may or may not have niche in there. You be careful. When you add the pratyaya lyut ana, that can also do the upada of the guna. So you'll be careful. Rohanam may just be the dhatu, shuddha dhatu, ruf. So it doesn't need to be niche. So rohanam doesn't prove the alternative form. You need the form arohayati, aropayati, or aropitam, arohitam, rohitam. So ropayati, rohayati. That's what you need to see. So I think in my experience, the form ropayati is much more common than the other one. But okay, let me put this number here. We have to use 7343. 7343.
Adhiropitam.
So adhiropitam. Let's look at Apteji, what meanings he gives of adhiro. Ruh is to ascend, to climb. Adhyarudha means who's like sitting on top, Adhyarudha. So adhiruh, but you want the causative meaning now. You want the causative. So adhiruh, to ascend, to mount, to find access to ride a horse, sit on top, mount on a summit, to string, also to string. Adhirohati gandivam maheshau. Adhirohati, Kirata Juniya Kavyam begins the Adhirohati gandivam. So Arjuna strings his bow gandivam. So, and there he gives then the causative meaning, of course, means to get it strung. So it is to raise, to place, or to string a bow. To string a bow. Karmukam cha, here it is. Raghuvamsha Kavyam. Karmukam cha balina adhiropitam. This is why we study Raghuvamsha Kavyam. This is also what's called the Shishta Prayoga. So any Prayoga we see Raghuvamsha Kavyam. So you can do the same with Gita also. But Raghuvamsha Kavyam, you will get more grammar out of it. More grammar, because he will use more form just to teach grammar. See, Gita, the Prayojanam is not to teach Vyakaranam. But here, one of the Prayojanam is to teach Vyakaranam. So Karmukam cha balina adhiropitam. Okay. Now, so we got that. Let's see what else is left now in the shloka. So that's the first part. Simple sentences. The balina ramena karmukam adhiropitam. And then comes bhubhrutam ripuhu. Bhubhrit padpadikam. Bhubhrit. Pratyaya quip has been added. So bhuvam vibharti ti bhubhrit. Bhuvam vibharti. One who holds the earth, one who sustains the earth, means the king who keeps the law and order. So bhubhrit. What about the tukka agamaha? Do you have this in your portfolio at when? Tukka agamaha. Bhubhrit. So bhubhrit. I think who is this? I think bhuvam vibharti. Bhuvam vibharti. Can take the pratyaya quip bhuvam vibharti. Here what happens is there's a sutram called quipcha. Quipcha is a very general sutram. Of course, there are some specific ones also. Quipcha is like a blanket sutram which tells you that the pratyaya quip can be used after any prajapadikam without the upapada, with upapada, chandasi bhashaya. It's a very general sutram, quipcha. So quipcha sutram is 3 to 70. There are also some specific ones, but you can always invoke quipcha. So without going to details, Vema sutram quipcha. Look at the vritti of that. While Vena is thinking of tukka agamaha, we can do this one. Is this sarvadhatubhyaha, sopapadebhyaha, nirupapadebhyaha, chandasi bhashayam. So following any dhatu, which is upapada is there, upapada is not there also. Nirupapadebhyaha, chandasi bhashayam cha. In the Vedanta language, kip pratyaya bhavati. I mean, this is probably the most loose vritti I've ever seen, I think. Sarvadhatubhya, any dhatu, following any dhatu. Sopapadebhya, which upapada is there or not. Upapada is present. Nirupapadebhya, upapada not present. Chandasi bhashayam cha, everywhere. Kip pratyaya bhavati. So we can always invoke that without, there are other rules also which prescribe quip, but not knowing them, we don't have to know them in a sense. So you can use 3 to 70, quipcha sutra, quipcha. So, okay, any left at all?
No, don't remember now.
Okay, tuk agamaha, rasvasya pitikati tukka. So that's if you have a rasvaha, rasva means ach only, followed by pratyaya pitikriti, which is a krut pratyaya, which is a pit. Rasvasya, you know how to remember this one, sutram when? It comes right before the sutram samhitaya. Samhitayam starts from 6172. And before Rasvasya Pitikriti Tukka. Tuk Pratyaya has been prescribed after a Rasvaha. Rasvasya. So Rasvasya, not after, sorry, Rasvasya, that's the Sthani. So a Rasva, Swaraha Ach, will take the Tuk Agamaha. Tuk is an Agamaha. Ajyantau Takitau. So Sthani is a Rasvaha. Rasvasya Pitikriti. A krut pratyaya which is pit, rasvasya pitikriti tukka, tuk agamaha. So now, what have of ajyantau takitau, we can use a 6171. 61, of course in tuk we have the upadesha junanasika it halantyam. After doing that, let's put all these rules here now. We're going to get the form like karma krut, papa krut, all these dhatus will take that. So, bhubhrit. So we now, of course, use the, you could put the samasascha supodhatu pradipatikayoho. The will take look 2471. I hope you are by this time sick of hearing the sutra dvayam, which is the samasascha supodhatu pradipatikayoho. What the samasa we created in the quip, sarvapahara lopaha. So the entire pratyaya goes away by the Shakvatadite halantyam upadesha jananasika it and verapraktasya, ending with the last vakara which remains on its own, aprukta, that also goes away. So the Shakvatadite upadesha jananasika it, and then halantyam, halantyam, and then comes verapuktasya, 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 rasvasya pritikriti tuk. The tuk agama again the same thing. Halantyam upadesha ajunanasika it, adyantau takitau, adyantau takitau, get form bhu bhrat. So the rukara takes the tuk, tuk, bhu bhrat, bhu bhrat, bhu bhrat. So the sutram vera pruktasya comes in 6.1, here it is right here, 6.167, vera pruktasya. Okay, lopa. I think so that's bhubhrat means the kshatriya in this case, kshatriya. So bhubhratam ripuhu, parshuramaha, bhargavascha. Bhubhratam is shashti, make the sambandha, shashti means sambandha, sheshe, shashti sheshe. So bhubhratam ripuhu, enemy of the kshatriyas, enemy of the royal class, Bhargava. So Parashurama was a sworn enemy of the kshatriyas, Bhuvratam ripuhu, Bhargavascha. Then what happened to him? Bhuvratam ripuhu, this is the second sentence here, says, Dhumashe, it is this typo here, Dhumashesho, Dhumasheshaha, Dhumaketanaha, Agniriva, Dhumasheshaha, no commentary. What's the typo there? Dhumashesho, Dhumasheshaha, Dhumasheshaha. No commentary, no commentary. We don't try the Vigraha Vakyam here by any chance, okay? Over there, thanks Kalpesh. Kalpesh will give me Rasa. Okay, thank you Kalpesh. You want to try the commentary here? I mean the Vigraha Vakyam here by any chance? Dhumashe. Dhuma is smoke, Shesha remainder. Dhuma is smoke, Shesha is remainder. So what could be the Vigraha Vakyam here?
Dhuma Shesha. Dhuma
So Dhumaha,
Masya?
Sheshaha, Shesha Yasya Saha. So one who's remainder, who only left with smoke basically. It's an extinguished fire. It's a fire who's only left with smoke. Only it's something of whom only smoke is left now. Dhumaha, Sheshaha, Yasya Saha. So it is one whose remainder is smoke, who's only left with smoke. That is Dhuma Sheshaha. So this comes in Dhuma Sheshaha. Dhuma Shesha, let me look at the Vigraha Vakyam in this book which I have. Is and it says Dhumaha Shesha Yasmin. Okay, Yasmin Saha. Okay, we can do that. So in which all that remains is the smoke. So Dhumaha Shesha Yasmin Saha. Dhuma Sheshaha.
Oh.
And then this is a little bit poetry going on here. Dhuma Ketanaha.
Ketanaha? Giri.
Dhuma Ketanaha Agni. Dhuma Ketanaha. So Ketanaha is like an emblem, smoke. Emblem or Dhuma is smoke. Ketana is like a flag, emblem. So one whose characteristic mark is the smoke. So Dhuma Ketana is a term for Agni. So now Kalidasa makes the poetry out of it. Dhuma Shesha, Dhuma Ketana. So Dhuma Ketana means Agni. So one whose sign, emblem, one whose emblem is the smoke. So he is Dhuma Ketana. So then he makes a play on the words and makes it, Dhuma Shesha, Dhuma Ketana. So he is Agni, in which all that is left is the smoke. So Parashurama was like the Agni, but he was now extinguished because he was just left with smoke. That's the poetry here.
That's
so
great.
Dhuma Shesha, Dhuma Ketanaha. So Parashurama was now like the fire who burned the Kshatriya, but now he was extinguished now. All he has is smoke left with him. So Ketanam, I think like a flag or emblem, is an house, invitation, a flag or a banner, a place or a site also. I think here it means the like Niketanam also. So flag or banner, a sign, symbol. How about this one? Makara Ketanaha. This is the Kamadevaha. Kamadevaha is this the one who has the crocodile on his as his mascot. How about that? Mascot. So nowadays you have the mascot, right? So one whose mascot is a crocodile. So Agni's mascot or his characteristic sign is the smoke. So it's a common term. So here also same thing. So Dhumaha, Ketanam, Chinnam, you can say Yasya Saha. So one who's Agnir, so he clarifies that Dhuma Ketanaha Agnihi. So let me just check the Viravakyam here. I think it should be Dhumaha Ketanam Yasya Saha is Dhuma Ketanaha. Okay. Dhumaha Ketanam, correct. Dhumaha Ketanam Yasya Saha. Dhuma Ketanaha. Now here comes another Nishprabha Nishchejaskaha. Nishprabha Nishchejaskaha. Interesting terms here. Bahuvri compounds here is that Nirgata Prabha Yasya Saha. One who's Nistejaskaha. Nirgatam Tejaha Yasya Saha. Nirgatam Tejaha Yasya Saha. Nistejaskaha. So one who's luster, one whose glory has gone away, one whose power has gone away. So one more time, Nirgata become the Nirgata, which is the gone out. So Prabha Yasya. So a couple of things here is how did the Visarga become a Murdhanya Shakaraha? Someone can give. Okay, thank you. Kalpesh gave me Amar Kosha Bhubrut Bhumi Dhare Nrupe. So Bhubrut Amar Kosha Bhumi Dhare Nrupe. So Bhubrut can be one, it can be a mountain also, can also be a king who holds the earth together. Bhumi Dhare Nrupe. Okay, now Nishprabha, so where we get this from? So Nirgata Prabha Yasya Saha, Nirgatam Tejam Yasya Saha, Nistejaskaha. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Nirgata Prabha Yasya Saha. You can also remember this. Okay, let's finish this one first. Let's finish this Viravakyam. Let's one step at a time. So Nir. Now this is a Vartikam on two like the word. This is like the word Vidhava. So Vigataha Dhavaha Yasyaha Ta. One whose husband has passed away. So we'll supply a participle in there. We can supply a participle when you have a paradi in between like that, nis or nir, then we can supply a participle to make the meaning in a Bahuvri compound. So Nishprabha is the Vigravakyam is Nishprabha. Vigravakyam is Nirgata. Nirgata, we're supplying Gata over here. Prabha, and again the Gita example, same examples. Sitaprajna Chakabhasha, Sitaprajna. So that's a bad example. We need a. So this Vidhava is a good example here. Vidhava is a good example here. Prabha Yasya Saha. I think it's kind of straightforward. Yasya Saha. So this is a Vartikam on 2-24. We saw in the last class, we went through the entire discussion about the differences between a Paradi Samasaha and a Bahu Samasaha. So, Bahuvrihi Samasaha. So here in the last class, we saw in detail this thing about Bahuvrihi is a Vartikam on 2-24, which says Vigataha Dhavaha Yasyaha Sa. Then we saw Yasya Sa, and then we saw Atimatram Matra Matikrantam. Okay. Now there is, so we can also, let's keep this on time being, we'll come back to this one in a second. Just finish the stop one first. What is the Vartikam on 2-24 here? Very important Vartikam. Very important. So is Nissangshayaha. So Nirgataha Sangshayaha Yasya Saha Nissangshayaha. You can form many of these compounds like that. Very versatile usage. So 2-24. The Vartikam is here. Vakachana puts the Vartikam. Pradibhyaha Dhatujasya Uttarapadasya Lopascha Va Bahuvrir Vaktavyaha. It's a Bahuvri compound which can be formed optionally by doing the Uttarapada Lopaha. Uttarapada Lopaha, he means of the Uttarapadam of the Purvapadam. Uttarapadam of the Purvapadam. The Purvapadasya Uttarapadasya Lopaha. So we got Nirgata Prabha is off. Nirgata, and that Gata is Uttarapadam of that Purvapadam Nirgata. That one is lost. So it gives the Prapaditam Praparanam. Praparanaha. So Prapaditam Paranam Yasyata. The one whose leaves have fallen off. It's a tree whose leaves have fallen off. So Prapaditam Paranam Asya Praparanaha. Prapadita Paranaha. You can have two forms. Here also comes the Anabhidhana. Some of these forms, sometimes it is used with the participle being there. some of these forms are more popular with the Pratipadikam, the participle, the dhatujam not being there. So we have to take, in fact, I think, let me look at it in the Mahimi Vyakya, he gives a nice examples he gives of how in some cases we have to use one form and how some we can use the other form. So Paradibhyo, I'm looking at volume number 4, Paradibhyo, on page 193, Paradibhyo. Paradibhyo dhatujasya vachyo va chotrapada lopaha. Example he gives, nirgata spruha isata nispruha. Then he gives vigato dhavaha, so vidava. Adhyaropita jya adhijyam dhanuho. We saw that before. Nirgata jana yasmat nirjanaha pradesha. Nirjanaha, which has no people there. Nirgataha janaha yasmat nirjanaha. So we have to take these, but sometimes there is that the word like vidava, adhijyam, nirjanaha, nirghanaha, vihastaha. So one whose hands have devoid of hands. So so these are things where we have to take the this one is famous. So in other places, sometimes the lopa is not being done. So sometimes it's almost like it has to be done. So to say vigata dhava will almost be wrong. Vigata dhava will almost be wrong. Okay, so let's finish this one. So this is the Vartikam, which is the Paradibhyo dhatu jasya uttarpadasya lopascha va bhavre vaktavya. This is the way in the Kashika. In the Vartikani have different wordings. In the Kashika and in the Mahabharata, in the Kaumudi, sometimes we don't find the exact wording there also. So we put that in here. Should put this before. Okay. This is the Vartikam on 2.2.24. 2.2.24 Vartikam. 2.2.24 Vartikam. 2.2.24 Vartikam. Let me get the font down here. Right. Pradibhyo dhatu jasya. Oh no. I lost that one. Okay. Let's take this part over here. Oh no. Huh. Okay, let me do this. This font size is 36. Okay, good. And this one will also make 36. Okay. So we got that Vartikam, Pradibhyo dhatu jasya uttarpadasya lopascha va bhavre vaktavya. We got that one. Now, there was one more way we can make this compound, which we saw last time in the class. Let me put this one up here. Lakshmi one, put it back here. Okay. Now, we also saw in the last class how we can make, yes.
Yeah, on the Vartikam, I'm just checking the typo there if possible.
There's a typo in Vartikam. Pradibhyo dhatu jasya
Dhatu jasya. It says dhatu jasya.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Dhatu jasya. Yes. Unfortunately, Kashika that we have is a lot of typos. We are working on maybe getting a better Kashika. Dhatu jasya. Yes, dhatu jasya. Bahubrihir vavatavyaha. Yeah, this is also not, sometimes Sandhi is broken, Sandhi is not broken. This is not a very good one because see, dhatu jasya uttarapadasya, the Sandhi is broken over here. Here Sandhi was not broken. So it's, anyway, this is much better than having nothing. We have it still. It's good. Thanks to Ravi and Kalpi, at least we have this one. So we have to edit. Somebody has to edit this one. Take the book and edit it. It'll be good seva. Okay, so now we have to look at the another way of making this compound. Look at the prior way. Depending on which participle you supply, you can make a Pradi Samasaha, also make a Bahuvri Samasaha. So now can we supply, instead of supplying Nirgata, can you supply another participle here, make it into Pradi Samasaha? We can do it is that Prabhayaha Nishkarantaha, one who has gone out of Prabha, one who has left Prabha behind. This is a very good example how either form is possible. The one who has exited out of Prabha, one who has left Prabha behind. So this we can make a Tatpurusha compound the Vartikam on Kugati Pradaya. So because Prabhayaha Nishkrantaha, Nishkrantaha, one who has set out of, who has stepped out of, exited out of, who is left behind, Prabha behind him. So what we can make it? So Prabhayaha Nishkrantaha, Prabhayaha Nishkrantaha. So and this one is the Tatpurusha compound. This is 2 to 28. It is also Vartikams explained 2 to 28. So Paradi Samasaha. Now what is happening here? I lost my. Give me 1 second. I have to get my font back. Why is not working? Mangala font. Mangala. So we can make it into the Paradi Samasa. This is also a Vartikam. This makes a Paradi Samasa. So you can see this is the thing we did in the class last time. I'm glad we got this example today to practice this. Depending on what participle you supply, you can justify this as a Paradi Samasa, justify it as a Bahuvri Samasa. Now let's look at the Vartikam briefly, which you saw in the word Atimatram last time. Atimatram. So Matram Atikrantaha. So Atimatram we saw in class last time. So 2 to 18. So last class we had the word Atimatram, which was an adverb, and they made the Vigra Vakyam of that, which is the Matram Atikrantaha, which has stepped beyond the Matra, beyond measure, excessive, Atimatram. So that was using Dvitiya. So Matram Atikranta. Now what are we using? Prabhayaha, so Panchami. So on the same thing, we say, see, these are all these Vartikani. So Paradeha Gatyadhyarthe Prathamaya. With the Prathama, it is Pracharyaha, the headmaster, Pracharyaha. Pragataha Acharyaha, Pracharya, Prathama Vibhakti. Then we can use Dvitiyarthe. So Atyadhyarthe Krantadhyarthe Dvitiyaya. So this is doing some structure on this sutram. Not every Pradi can be used in every meaning with everything. You have to have this Vartikam. So it's in this Ati, etc. can be used in sense of Krantadhyarthe, once going beyond. Atikrantaha Malam, Atimalaha we did last time. And so on it goes. Now here comes this one, is this Niradayaha Krantadhyarthe Panchamya Nishkrantaha Kaushamyaha Nishkaushamvi. The one who has exited the city of Kaushamvi becomes the Nishkaushamvi. So that is the Atikrantaha Nishkrantaha Kaushamyaha Nishkaushamvi. That is the example given. That's what we're using here. Is Nishkrant, so Prabhayaha Nishkrantaha. So Nishkrantaha Prabhayaha, one who has exited out of. So good example today. I hope these two classes we can now understand what is the Paradi Samasaha, what is the Bahuvri Samasaha. In both cases you supply a participle, but the important thing of Bahuvri is Anya Padarthatvam. So when we do, who is the participle qualifying? What term is being qualified by the Pratipadikam? Is it the Anya Pradhan, is Anya Padam, or is it the Padam which is intended by the Samasaha? So here when we say that's the entire key to this. Nishkrantaha, it is Parashurama himself who has left out of Prabha. Means he left without his power. Now here, Nirgata Prabha is saha. This Nirgata is qualifying Prabha, not Parashurama. That's the difference. Difference is that, of course, you have to use Yes Chasa also you have to use. Yes Chasa has to be used. But this Nirgata is qualifying the Prabha, not Parashurama. That's why it's a Bahuvri compound. Because the test of Bahuvrihi is Anyapada Pradhana. While this Tatpurushaha will not have that. Being Nishkrantaha is directly qualifying Parashurama. In the compound itself, Parashurama is present in the form Nishkrantaha. So then it will not be Bahuvrihi. If anything in the compound denotes directly denotes the intended meaning of the compound, it is not Bahuvrihi. Not Bahuvrihi. Bahuvrihi, that the Pradhanyam has to be outside, not inside the compound. So it will be Nishkarantaha Kausham Vyaha Nishkausham Vihi. Okay. So that we get these two ways of decide this compound. And now what does Malinatha give? He gives Nistejaskaha. Pratyaya Kap he has given. Same Vigravakyam, Nirgatam. Now this will not be a Tradi Samasa because the Pratyaya Kap has been used. So Nistejaskaha, that Kap comes after Bahuvri. We'll go there in a second. So this has to be only Bahuvri. So in fact, by giving this Vigravakyam, Malinatha is basically telling you this is a Bahuvri compound. At least in the meaning of this meaning is that. So Nistejaskaha, so Nirgatam Tejaha Yasya Saha. What's this Kap Pratyaya now? Kap Pratyaya is the very last end of the Tadhita Aranyam, Tadhitasya Aranyasya. Anto Bhagaha, the end, very ending part of Tadhita Aranyam, when you come out of Tadhita Aranyam. And we are already looking at this in the Wednesday class, you're talking about Samasantaha. In the Wednesday class, you're doing compounds, Samasantaha. This is the end of this also Panini joke. Samasantaha comes at the end of Tadhita Antapi. Tadhisa Prakarane. Tadhita Prakaranasya Antabhage. Antabhaga, Samasantaha. Anto Bhagaha. So then, maybe not the Antobhaga, if Anta is a noun, I guess. Okay. Tadita Prakaranasya Antaha. Antaha is the end of this section. So here comes the Pratyaya Kap at the very end. Uraprabhatibhya Kap. The word Uras, etc. take Kap. Then some other one. Then Sheshad Vibhasha. So let's take a Gita example quickly here, because a simple example in Gita is this one in chapter 2. The Gita example is that Yes Sarvatra Navisneha Tat Prapya Shubha Shubham Navinantana. So no. Dukkeshvanu Dignamanaha, Dukkeshvanu Dignamanaha, Dukkeshvanu Dignamanaha. A Dignamanaha, one whose mind is not agitated, even in sorrow. So here comes this one. Anudvignamanaha. There was no Kap Pratyaya over there. There's a similar compound there. Anudvignamanaha. Anudvignam, unagitated. Which is to shake, agitated. Anudvignam manaha. Yasya saha. Anudvignamanaha. What I'm trying to get to here is that the Kap is Vibhasha here. Could have been Anudvignamanaskaha, could have been Anudvignamanaskaha. Anudvignamanaha. So Dukkeshu Nudignamanaha. So Anudvignam Manaha Yasya Saha. Now this become a adjective. It will qualify in the yogi. So it will become different, like Chandramas, it will decline with Anudvignamanaha. So this is the Dirgha, Upada Dirgha done by the Atrasantasya Chadhato Upada Dirgha. So this will no longer decline like Manas anymore. This is a Bahuvri compound. Decline like the yogi who's qualified by that. So it's a very similar compound in Gita. Anudvignamanaha. Always keep Gita as your anchor base. So 256 in Gita, Anudvignam, unagitated. Manaha Yasya Saha. So 256 of Gita. So we'll make this example. So we're now going on to the Tika. It says Nistejaskaha. Tejaskaha. And here we have the Pratyaya. Kap Pratyaya has been used. We'll come to the Sutram in a second. Kap Pratyaya has been used. That means the Bahuvrihi, Kap Pratyaya. And then, but in Gita example 2.56, Anudvignamanaha. This is also Bahuvri compound, but here Kap Pratyaya has not been used. No Kap Pratyaya. So then there must be some Vibhasha somewhere. That's what we're getting to. And then we will get the, no Kap Pratyaya. Now what happens is here is that this section which we were just seeing about the Kap Pratyaya at the end of 5.4, Sheshad Vibhasha. When no other Samasanta Pratyaya has been prescribed over here, Sheshad Vibhasha. Then Bahuvri's compounds can take the Kap Pratyaya, any Bahuvri compound. for which there is no other vidhanam. So samasanta pratyasya vidhanam nasti. Then that can take vibhasha, optionally take the kap pratyaha. So 54154 kap pratyaha. So yasmat bahuvriye samasanto na vihitaha. Samasanta. So even these 3-4 prior ones, this kap is nityam. Ura prabhuttibhyaha. Vyudho raskaha. One is a broad chest. Vyudham. Uraha. Yascha saha. Vyudho raskaha. I think the Vishnu, the Ashtotra Shottam, I think it comes somewhere there. Vyudho raskaha. Broad chested. Now Uras has to take the pratyaya kap. You will not have the one Vyudho raha. Vyudho raha you will not have. You have to have Vyudho raskaha only. So this kap is nityam over here for these three. Now this is Shesha Vibhasha, where there is no vidhanam of any samasanta pratyaha. In that case, bahuvris can take kap optionally, any bahuvri. So, so that is 54154. So the question here is that, okay, so let's put this one. So 54154, Shesha Vibhasha, Shesha Vibhasha, Shesha Vibhasha, Shesha Vibhasha. Now optional form. The question is how become nistejas kaha? Tejas kaha. Why not you take because the tejas will have the padasanya by swadishva sarvanamasthane, and therefore we'll get the usual rules, and why not get the jivva mulya, nistejah kaha? How it became tejas kaha? Tejas kaha, tejas kaha. Tejas kaha might come maybe because we have the bhasanya maybe somewhere. So what we have to go now, we have to try to find that maybe there is a nistejas kaha. Can there be a bhasanya somewhere? Yachibham tasau matvarthe. That is also not there. Yasmayadi nichandasi bahushubhu vachanam jireka tejas kaha karaskya rakhe. Any thoughts here? Kalpesh, are there? Give me an idea, hint over here. Nistejas vyudoraskaha. Raghuvamsham kavyam 113. Thank you, Kalpesh. Vyudoraskaha. We have Raghuvamsham. So Kalpesh, question for you. Why not we get the Sasajusho, Ruhu and all that over here? What's happening over here? If you are there, you can answer. What is happening over here? Because normally we have the padasanya, because the pratyaya kap is of course not ajadi or yakara adi. So swadishvasara namasthani padasanya Sasajusho, Ruhu, karavasana visajanyasya saha, and after that you should get the kafpo kuppocha. So we get the either like harish karoti, harihi karoti. So we should get the visarga or the jivva mulya. But here we have nistejas kaha. So what is happening here? What is happening here? Let me see if I can. This is, I guess, homework for me. There are two ways out over here. I'm thinking that one of the ways out is to get the bhasanya. Which is, if you can get the bhasanya, then you cannot do sasajusho, ruhu and all that. That will not follow. So that only is when you have this padanta sakarasya, nistejas kaha. Now the other way out is there is a gana for kaskadi. So that also is another way out. Let me give you this sutram, which is the kaskadi. I think that one will be 8.3, I think 40-ish. So here this sakale kaskaha, who. So who and who, kaha becomes kaskaha. Exceptionally the sakara comes in, which is kaskadishucha. So one of these two should work for us. So the bottom line is that what should have actually happened here is this sutram, which is the kuppoha kafpaucha. This one should have come. Kuppoha kafpaucha. That should have come. But that has not come. So now something where we have to get the sakara in here. Kaskadishucha. Let's try that one. Let's see 8348. 8348 kaskadishucha. Let me try that one. 8348. Maybe that might work. 8348 kaskad. But this is a gana. So kaska iti evam adishu visajaniyasya sakaraha va yatha yogam adesha bhavati kuppo parataha. So yeah, when a ka varga or pa varga follows, then also we can. In fact, you know what? There might be another one. This one. Hold on for a second. There might be another one here. No, that will not work.
Satiji Kalpesh.
Yes.
Satiji.
Is it so apadado?
Yes, that could be it. Yes, that could be it. How about yes? What number is that? Yes, 8338. Good. Yes. You know what? I forget Sutram all the time. Good. Good. See, every class I learn something. 8338. You know, I forgot Sutram one time before in the class also. Sutram which I forget, I never forget afterwards. Of course, I forgot second time now also. so Sakaradesha bhavati visajaniyasya kuppoho apadadyoho parataha. But wait, only pasha kalpa ka kamyeshu. Okay. Only when you have these four pratyayas. Which were they? So pashap when you have, and then pashap, then pratyaya ka. Okay, payaskam, yashaskam. I think kap should qualify for that. Kamyacha. So pasha, kalpa. Okay, let me look at that. There are too many typos here. Look at my particum. Yes, that might work for us. So padadau. Very good. That's the lesson for sutra for me today. So padadau. We had this one time before, and it slipped my mind. I was in the right region, but not in the right exact spot. So padadau. Okay. Sakara adesha bhavati visajaniyasya kuppoho apadadyoho parataha. First of all conditions are satisfied here because we do have the this you know, then why not in harish when we have harish karoti, why not we get the same harish karoti, because that karoti has padasanya. But here the pratyaya kap doesn't have padasanya here. Only tejas has padasanya, not kap. We say hari karoti, that hari has padasanya, so does karoti. While here tejas has padasanya, but the kap doesn't. Kap is a pratyaya, doesn't have padasanya. But now this is only pasha kalpa ka kamyeshu. Only when you have the pratyaya pasha or kalpa or ka or kamyeshu. So kalpa pratyaya. So pasha kalpa, and then pragivat kaha only he gives, by the way. So kalpa, he doesn't give this kap pratyaya. It's interesting, doesn't give.
So Satish, I also confirmed it on Buy Me book 4 page 218.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Okay, that's even better. It's easier for us. But in the Kashika only he gives the pratyaya ka. Doesn't pragivat kaha only gives 5370. So good.
So book
216 is it?
218. Book 4 218.
Yeah, I got it. 218.
He gives the example of Yudo Raskaha.
Yudo Raskaha, that's a famous example. Very good. So Ura Prabhati regards Yudo Raskaha, and then Ura Prabhati Bhya Kap. So Vyudho Raskaha, and then Vinashaha, Vyudho Raskaha, Sarpishkaha, Vyudham Raskaha, and yes, Sopadadau. Interesting, in the Vyudho Raskaha, it comes in Raghuvamsham 113. Thank you. But the one thing, okay, let's see what Kaumudi says. Pasha kalpa ka kamyeshu sargasya saha. So ka, it doesn't say, so ka can be any ka, not only the one which, so Kashika only is quoting pragivat kaha. But it doesn't have to be only that one. Could be any ka. Okay, good. So 8338, we're in the right area. So kaskadishu we don't need. The specific sutram sopadadau. And let me go back here one more time, which is the sakaradesha bhavati visajaniyasya sthane kuppoho parataha. So we have the pratyaya which is kakar or pakar kuppoho pavarga apadadyoho parataha. So this pratyaya, this ka should not be padadi. Otherwise we say hari karoti will have become haris karoti. We don't want that. Harish karoti might become. So here also, by the way, if there is an in preceding, become harish. No, not harish, but I'm saying, you know, it will become the shakara. So it will become, so no, it's just sakara adishabhavati. No, because here it is only saying when the pratyaya is pashap. So this is say sakara adesha. Apadadau. So this is only sakara adesha. Sakara adesha bhavati visajani, not shakara, I'm sorry. Sakara adesha bhavati visajaniyasya kuppoho apadadyoho. That cup is not padadi. Pasha kalpa ka kamyeshu. So the pasha kalpa and the pratyaya ka, and then kamyach pratyaya. So these four pratyayas. which is Pashap, then the Kalpap, those are specific one, the Pratyaya Ka, which can be include Kap also, and then the Kamyach Pratyaya. Okay, good. So now we got Nistejaskaha. Nistejaskaha used 8338. Thank you, Kalpesh. 8338. 8338. So Padadau. Now one more thing I want to point out is that Nish Pravaha, how did the Murdhanya Shakara come over there? Same problem there, because we have Nis becomes Sasajusho, Ruhu, Karavasan, Visajaniya, Visajanyasya, Saha. So now how will not become, why become Nif Pravaha? Why not the Upadmani over there?
Inashaha.
Yeah, not that one, Kalpit. Next one, this is the Isusoho, is the this one, Kalpesh, this one. This is Upadasya Chapratyaya. That's the one that you want. The Inashaha, let's go to Inashaha. That will not give this one. Inashaha, that's 8339. What does Inashaha say? Inashaha, it says, I think, Inaha Uttarasya Shaka Bhajishu. Again, Kupur Apadeho. Again, the same four. Okay, so this is the Inashaha, the next sutram. The Pasha Kalpaka Kamyeshu only Kalpesh. So that one. But when we have Nish Pravaha, we don't have Pashap or Kalpap or Ka or Kamyach. We have Nish Pravaha, we have the word Pravaha. So yes, so the same thing which I was talking about is that the Murdhanya Shakara will be followed by Inashaha. So this 8338, 8339 are only for these four, when these four pratyaya follow, which is Pashap, Kalpap, Ka or Kamyach. So but we want anuvritti of that we need. Anuvritti of that we need. We are going to go to the sutram, the sutra number which is below that, which is 8441. 8441. This is Upadasya Cha Pratyayasya. This is Upadasya Cha Pratyayasya. This is Upadasya. So what Nish Prabha we have in the Raghuvamsham? Nish Prabha. So we have a Upadha, which is a short Ikara. This is Upadasya Cha Pratyayasya. This Sakara should not be the Pratyaya of a Sakara of Pratyaya. Like it should not be Harish Karoti. No, Harish Prabhavati. No. Become Harihi Prabhavati, Harihi Karoti. Because when you say Harihi, that Visarga came from the Pratyaya Su. That Visarga came from the Pratyaya Su. While here in Nis, that Sakara is because of Pratipadikam. It's not the Pratyaya Su. Because this is a Avyam, Avyadaf Supaha, that the Sup has taken look. So it should not be the Pratyaya of, should not be the Sakara belonging to Pratyaya. When you say Harish Prabhavati, then become Harish Prabhavati. Cha Pratyayasya. Cha Pratyayasya. It has to be not of a Pratyaya. Not of a Pratyaya. So here what do we have? And here also he makes a listing. Which of these, when can a Sakara arise, which is not from a Pratyaya? He gives Nir, Dur, Bahir, Avish, Chatur, Pradus. These 6 terms. Nir, which right now we have Nishprabha. We have it right now, Nir. Okay? So Nir, Dur. Like, let's say Dushkarma. So like Bahishkaranam, Bahir, Avishkaraha. Yes? So Chatur also will do that. Chatur Pradus. So Chatushkam. Chatushkam. So this is Pradushkaraha. So these 6 terms. So Nir, Dur, Bahir, Avis, Chatur and Pradus. So these can generate a Sakaraha and go into a compound. But that Sakara is not a Pratyaya Sakaraha. If that is followed by a Kavarga or a Pavarga. But here remember one thing. In order to get the Visarga in the first place, you have to use Karavasanayor Visarjaniyaha. Even though the Sutram says Kuppo Parataha, it really means Ka, Kha, Pa, Bha, Pa, Pa. Because if you don't have the Khar, you will not come to this point. Because you have to get Sasajushoru prior to that, and you also Sasajushoru you have to get, and you also have to get the Karavasana Yor Visajaniyaha. Khar. Only when Khar follows. So in the Ka Varga only Ka, Kha, and in the Pa Varga only Pa, Pa. So basically, the bottom line is if you have Nir, Dur, Bahir, Avish, Chatur, Pradus, and they're followed by this Ka, Kha, Pa, Pa, then becomes the Murdhanya Shakaraha. Upadasya Cha Pratyayasya. Upadasya Cha Pratyayasya. So very nice things for today. So we had this listing done in 8441. Also have a listing done in 8338. Sopadadau, 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 which is the Pashap, Kalpap, Ka and Kamyacham. Okay, good. So but actually what you should do is ask the first basic question, is why did this sakara not become the visarga or the jivva mudiya? Harish karoti. What Ramah karoti? Ramah karoti. What happened here? If you ask that question, then there are two ways to go. Once you can, maybe the padasanya is not there, padasanya is there. Then maybe there's some other sutram which became that. Because as I said to you, if you look at the utsargaha, we are talking about the this one we got, that kuppo hoparataha. Below that, next sutram, sopadadau, 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 sopadadau. And then we have how about namaskara? How about that one? Namaskara. Namaspurasorgatyoho. Namaskara. Another one. Why not namaskara? Why namaskara? So namaskara. So gatyoho. When the gati sanya they get become namaskru, not namaskru. So puraskara. How about it? Puraskara, to honor somebody, to put in front. Puraskara, namaskara. Namaspurasorgatyoho. Then this one, idupadasya cha pratyasya. Okay, but in between inashaha comes, so this is the same shakara desha. Okay, if you remember the sutram, this one, you can try to come below that and look at these three. Okay, these four. Okay, so let's put this one in the document. Nishprabha. I also want to put right here. I can put it here maybe, and also this one we knew. 8341 we knew. All right. So I think enough grammar on this one. So now we come back to, now here comes, he makes a point. This form asa. Asa is babhuva. The problem here is that, of course, you take the dhatu as and add the pratyaya lit, you can get the form asa. Only one complication there is that, we do duplication, which is dhatu anabhyasasya and everything, you go and make us plus pratyaya. Null comes in there. Parasnipadanam, null up to ust, etc. In parasnipadam, pratyaya tib becomes null. We've seen this many times before. We've seen this one, 3482. So now, of course, the haladisheshaha, so the akara of us will go away. Then also we have to remember that if you just keep it haladisheshaha, make it as null, then we'll get the atogune. So in order to avoid that, what I'm talking about is that when you do the abhyasa karyam, as null. Let me put in the document for 1 second. So when you put haladisheshaha, you do that, you will get this form. Start from us plus lit, okay, us plus lit, and go through the steps, and us plus null, and then we will, so this we have used us plus null, we have used, okay, we have used 3482, and do the abhyasaha, we'll get us, haladisheshaha, anubandha lopa, what we have. So what we've done is nishidhatoho anabhyasasya, we've done the haladisheshaha 7460. Of course, chutu halantyam has been done over here. And then what we have, if we leave it like this, what will happen is that akasama dirgha will be overruled by the atogune. This is apadanta karaha. For by the, we want the form asa, not asa. We want asa. We want this to become asa. So then we have to have a special rule here. See, these rules which we have memorized, which is the rasvaha, haladisheshaha, sharpurva khayaha, kuhoshchuhu, and urat. This is for any kind of abhyasa. Not vishesh abhyasa is not there. They didn't tell you which. Yes.
Will it be ata adehe?
Correct. Ata adehe. Kalpesh is ata adehe. So ata adehe sutram, but ata adehe only what Kalpesh is saying is that sutram which is specifically when the liti. What I was trying to tell you is that these rules which we saw, which you've been emphasizing, you get great bang for the buck. Rasvaha, haladisheshaha, shalpurva khayaha, kuhoshchuhu, urat. They are the samanya niyamaha. They didn't tell you liti parataha, sani parataha. But then when we look at these rules, ata adehe, sanyataha, and guno yang lukoho, these are specific kinds of abhyasa. Abhyasa caused by young or young look, or young lukoho. Sanyataha. In the abhyasa, which is called by san pratyaya, when san pratyaya follows. So now we have to dig into details. So this sutram ataadehe is only coming when the abhyasa is due to lit, when lit pratyaya follows. Ataadehe. So it becomes the dirgha. Dirgha. Ataadehe has to be used 7470. And now we get as. Once we do that, then of course then the job is done. So we can as. Ataadehe, 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 ataadehe. So we get 7470 ataadehe. Now of course after that akasami dirgha. But the problem here is that what Muninatha is saying is that there's one basic problem here. Is that the dhatu bhu itself, this pratyaya lat a sanya of ardha.
Satishi.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Satishi, don't we also have to do ataupadaya and then it'll be as,
Yes, very good point. Yes. No, so then why do we need ataadehe then? Tell me. Good point. Kalpesh is a good point. In this case, in this particular one, we probably don't need the, because atopadhaya can be done. Yes, very good. We have to use atopadhaya also. So we really want to make it as, become as. This will become as.
See, then we need ataadehe because this is only when null, right? Only when nit, then you will get upadaya, this thing.
Correct.
But if you don't have nit, then you won't have that upada.
In fact, let's look at the example which Kashika gives. I bet you the example which is not null he will give. In Kashika, example which Kashika, what point Palka is making is that when null pratyaya, you can use atopadhaya can be used to make us into as. Then we will not get the atogune will not come then after that. So let's look at what Kashika example, what he gives for 70. And he says the art. He does give art. Artatuhu. Okay. But during artatuhu and artuhu is where the one you really need them. Dhatu at. Artatuhu means the two of them roamed. Many of them. So artatuhu, artuhu. Interesting. Let's look at now. We are running out of time now, but
it will apply all of the places, right?
It will apply. Let's see where Kaumudi brings it in. Give me 1 second, okay? Ataadehe. Let's see if Vattoji brings it after the Ekavachanam or after the. One thing we feel Kaumudi is that when does Kaumudi need this sutram? Let's look at that 1 second, okay? Ataadehe. 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 Give me 1 second. Ataadehe. 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 Okay. Ataadehe comes in the Kaumudi. Just out of curiosity. I mean, our job is done, and we don't need to. Ataadehe comes from page 92 of Premi Vyakhya, volume 2. Ataadehe. And he says, atatuhu, atuhu. Okay. So when he does at, so bring ekavachanam also. Atogune. Okay. So then he does the ataadehe, and he makes it. He says then you're right. Then he does atopadhaya after that. Akasami dirgha. So he does that. Okay. So you're right. Really, I think in this particular one, I don't think we need the ataadehe for the ekavachanam. Because as Kalpesh points out, you could use the atopadhaya. Atopadhaya could have been used here. So I don't think, but I'm looking at the Kaumudi also, he has taken ataadehe for the ekavachanam also. I guess because it applies there. Okay, fine. It applies there. So we have to take it nyaya vishat. So you're correct. See, ataadehe will apply regardless. You see, ataadehe doesn't care. Is it ekavachanam or dvivachanam, bahuvachanam. So as long as you have the adi akara, by the way, adi akara if you have, it should be adi akara. If you like a dhatu pat, becomes papatha. It will not become papatha. That should be adi akara, ata adehe. And then as long as the lit pratyaya is falling and it is in abhyasa, it will become the dirgha. But I think Kalpesh is right, is that you could do without this sutram in this case. I mean, sutram should be applied here. It applies. It applies, will get the right form. But you really need this sutram when you have the next form, which is like asatuhu asuhu. Atatuhu, atuhu. In that case, you will not have this pratyaya, nit pratyaya to do atopadhayaha. So they do need ataadehe. So ataadehe really has charitartha only in those places where atopadhaya is not already available to us. Okay, but we will use it nyayavashat. So here we have to do, so 7470. Also his kalpesh points are very correctly, it's good to have kalpesh in the class, is we have to make atopadhayaha, 72116, and then we can get the form. So this one, ataadehe, is an important sutram only when the abhyasa is for where lit pratyaya is being used, and then it is required in the next two places. You will not have this one will not be available unless the pratyaya is known as an it. So when you have ata plus us pratyaya, atatuhu, you will need this one at that time. Okay, but now to finish up the class, the main problem here is that before we did all of this, there's a problem is first of all this pratyaya lit has a sanya of ardhadhatukam sheshaha litcha. So litcha. So normally pratyaya tittasji, when they come, they get a sanya of sarvadhatukam, ting shit sarvadhatukam. But litcha Panini specifically say lit should be a ardhadhatuka pratyaya. So now that being the case, this pratyaya tip, you have to go through all this. By the way, null came in place of tip. Don't have to skip any steps. Never skip any steps, and you understand why. In place of la came tip. In place of tip came null. So tip is the one which should have the sanya of sarvadhatukam, and normally that will flow down to any adesha. But here Pani specifically says litcha is the ardhadhatuka sanya. So this pratyaya null with sanya of ardhadhatukam. So then what happens is that then we get into this section about ardhadhatuke, and there aster bhuho is that falling, if the pratyaya falling has sanya of ardhadhatukam, in place of as dhatu, do a sarvadesha becomes bhu. So we should not get the form, should become babhuva. If you look at the commentary, Mallinatha says babhuva, he says. So he almost corrects the form. Asa should be babhuva. Then how has Kalidasa used asa? Now, by the way, the one place that you do see asa, darshayamasa, ashvasayamasa, sthapayamasa. Now, how come we're getting there? We're getting, why not aster bhu there also? Because there Panini specifically says that this dhatu kru bhu ast can be used anuprayogaha. If Panini will not say ast to be used anuprayogaha, if ast is going to become bhu. So in anuprayoga lit is the one place where you will see the form asa. But that is because Panini specifically says krincha anuprayujyate liti krin, pratyahara krin, kru bhu ast. If this is vishesha vidhana samarthyat, vachana samarthyat. The fact that Panini is specifically saying, kru bhu as can be used. If as is going to become bhu, there is no point saying use as. No point saying use as. Astir bhu is going to apply. But when Panini says as should be used, can be used, that means he intends us to remain as us. Only anuprayoga lit, darshayama comes in Gita chapter 11. Darshayamasa, ashrayamasa. So there astir bhu will be set aside, vishesha vidhana samarthyat. Because Panini is saying use as can be used anuprayoga. So there astir bhu will not apply. That's the only place. But how is this? We don't have that over here. Here Kalidasa is saying Ripur asa. He's straight away saying babhuva. So how is samadhanam? There are two ways to do samadhanam. Asa iti tingant pratirupakam avyayam. There's one way out. Is that make it a avyayam. Tingant pratirupakam avyayam. We have already saw in Saturday class, but they keep on to Saturday class. I hope all of you are following the Saturday class examples. Is that for this dhatu, in the chadayaha, chadayo sattva, there's a vartikam. There's a ganasutram. Ganasutram chadayo sattve, ganasutram. In that case, that we can, the ganasutram should be here somewhere. We can use here upasarga vibhakti swara pratirupakascha nipataha. Sometimes when you have upasargas can form as nipatas, vibhaktishcha, so tingantam subantam. Like my example in Gita is that Sthani Rishikesha, chapter 11 of Gita. Sthani Rishikesha tava prakritya jagat parushyatun rajyate. Always keep Gita on your mind at all times. So Sthani Rishikesha tava prakritya, chapter 11, maybe around 40, Sthane. Sthane is not the saptami of sthana. The sthane is not the saptami of sthana. The sthane is an avyayam, means yuktam, means it is uchitam sthane. This sthane is not saptami of sthana. Vibhakti pratirupakam avyayam. Vibhakti pratirupakam. It mimics a vibhakti. It looks like a subantam padam here, but it is not. It is an avyayam. So now similarly here also, what Malinatha is saying is, okay, we have a problem here. We can justify it by saying, well, what Kalidasa has used is not the Tingantam form exactly, which made it into an avyayam. It mimics the avyayam. Once you do that, then of course, then an avyayam is an avyayam. So you can then we can justify the form asa as an avyayam, which functions like the asa Tingantam. It looks like it, but it is not exactly that. That's one way to bypass aste bhu. The second thing he says is that diptyarthakasya astehe rupam va. There's sandhi going on. Astehe rupam. Sandhi is going on here. The rori has happened here. But astehe rupam va. So diptyarthakasya, another dhatu, as in dhatu pasha, means a sense of to shine, to glow. So maybe what Malinatha is saying is that maybe that Kalidasa is using that. He shone like that. He appeared. Not that he was, but he appeared like that. He shone like that. So Parashuramaha appeared to be devoid of power, devoid of his luster. So there is another way to do that. Aster bhuhu, that dhatu as bhuvi has been used here. So maybe one way to also bypass this, as you can. This is the dhatu in bhadigana. Asa gati diptyadaneshu. So maybe use that one from the bhadigana. So diptyarthakasya astehe rupam va. That's the other way out. So as long as we can follow what Malinatha is saying, we're doing a good job. So in this commentary, that's the whole thing about this class. Even if you don't understand all what we're talking about, if you can follow hopefully everything what was said by Malinatha, we got Pratya Ukaim, we got this Pratya Kap, we got discussion about Asa, we got the idea about the Bahuvari compound. If you understand these ideas, that's we are doing pretty well. If you don't get all the details, don't worry about it, but try to follow what the commentary is. If you can understand this, then your job is completely done. You can read almost anything. Almost anything you can read to understand the commentary. That's the purpose of this class. Okay. All right, when you're ready, last part, do the honors for us today. Nagarajji said he's not coming today. He is busy.
Mr. Nagaraj Rao is not there.
Yeah, you are a substitute. I don't mean to call you that, but...
hey, that is still an okay.
So here we go. Okay, let me try to stack this for you nicely.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
81.
81, right?
Yes.
Okay. The moment that
there is no
made the connection.
Like
okay, you know what it is? I think the moment that this is the ch and ch. The ch and ch being used like that. He did this and then he did that. Means the moment that. I forgot to mention that point. When you use ch and then ch after that, right? And I went and then he did that. Means as I went, just as I went, this happened. So this is a construction, idiomatic construction, where you use a ch followed by another ch. It means that those events are following each other, kind of, one after the other. So that is the moment that, I forgot to mention that, but I'm glad.
Okay.
Always check the commentary, check the translation also. Moment that, because this chakara dvayena labhyate, ayam arthaha labhyate. So chakara with chakara. Okay, the moment that, because he... So because he strung it. So yeah, he strung it and then he became that. So that is the thing. The moment that. Okay, the bow is what?
Karmukam.
The one end of which was placed on the ground. Okay, this is the one. The bhumi is the ground, nihita is placed, eka of course is one, and koti is the end. The was strung. by that.
Saha.
No, tena. By that, tena.
Yes, tena.
Then powerful is...
Powerful is balina.
And then the prince is understood. And tat karmakam is that you have to understand that, tat. So that bow.
Okay.
The bow of which was placed, was strung.
The enemy is Ripuhu.
Of kings.
Of kings is Bhubratam.
Then turned
blank.
Turned is, I think, Asa. He became.
Asa. Okay, okay. Turned.
And what is blank?
Blank is what?
This one, Nishprabha.
Nishprabha. Oh,
Nishprabha. Devoid of lust.
Yeah, devoid of lust. Okay.
Pale.
Yeah.
Like is what?
Like Iva.
Fire is?
Agni.
No,
Dhumaketana.
No, having
its smoke.
Left to it. Only left to it.
Bhumi. Dhumasheshaha.
Dhumaha. Shesha yasmin saha. So in him only smoke is left. Dhumashesha. Okay, good. I think we got everything. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but we can go faster. But if we don't cover these points, then there's, so maybe we'll try to go a little bit faster. I want to, of course, not bog it
down too faster? We don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, we can go a little bit faster, but I'll try to go a little bit faster. Today, actually, I was trying to do the next sloka also, but this one was important concept. The Pratyaya Kap coming here, the Sakara Sopada, which I had forgotten also, thanks to Kalpesh, we got back. So, I mean, these are, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. So hopefully, let's see, we can maybe catch up some speed. But, okay. Ramo Raja Manis Sadavate, Ramam Ramesham Vaje, Ramena Abhiyata Nishachara Chamu, Ramaya Tasmai Namaha, Raman Nasti Paranam Parataram, Ramasya Sosmyaham, Rameshistale Sadavo Tume Bho Rama Mahamudhara, Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame, Sasanam Tulyam Rama Nama Varandane, Shri Rama Nama Varandana Onname.